Live from News 7 KWWL, we've got you covered. This is KWWL News at 6.
Tonight, live here at 6 o'clock, floodwaters overtaking homes and belongings. Cleanup efforts are really underway.
And we're going to take you to some of the areas hit hardest by the flooding here in eastern Iowa.
Plus, an area city hall catches on fire, and crews now believe it was set on purpose, a case of arson. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ron Steele.
And I'm Abby Turpin. Thank you for joining us. Well, floodwaters are threatening the homes of eastern Iowans. Strong rain and already saturated ground is filling yards and basements, causing a lot of problems for many people in our area.
Tonight we have Team 7 coverage here at 6 o'clock live. Storm Track 7 reporters Taylor Bailey, Elizabeth Amanieh, and Kristin Rogers out there following the flash flood waters as they begin to recede. And Storm Track 7 Chief Meteorologist Mark Schnackenberg in the studio tracking the chance for more rain in the forecast. But first, let's start off with Taylor Bailey. She's in that community of Sommer.
Ron, as you drive through the town of Sommer, you see piles and piles of people's belongings drenched and sitting on the side of the road. This is just the beginning of the cleanup process here. People's things picked up and thrown around like they meant nothing. Piles of soaked items litter the sidewalk.
I don't know if it's really hit me or not. A lot of the stuff I was going to get rid of, but I don't want to get rid of it that way.
Floodwaters taking over Judy Kirchhoff's home and destroying all of this.
There's probably some things I probably would have taken out, but I'm not going to do that. It's not worth it.
Nearby, children shoveling soaked items into bags to be thrown away.
It's tough. It's tough having to clean up everything and throw away stuff that you didn't think you was going to have to throw away.
You may remember this road was completely covered by water. A familiar sight across much of Sommer this weekend.
As the night progressed and it still was raining, it just kept coming up, and then when the creek went over the road, that was it for us.
Jeff Gruber's cars and basement drenched.
Where the first block is on my house, the water comes straight down our driveway, into our garage, and into our basement.
The town of Sommer trying to stay positive after the devastation and 40 hours without power.
And I think that was the happiest thought, electricity.
And the floods also destroying some people's air conditioners and furnaces, something I'm told most people replaced earlier this month after some flash flooding. Live in Sommer, Taylor Bailey, News 7, KWWL.
A double whammy for some of those residents. In fact, Taylor, people in Sommer say they've been working almost non-stop to clean up the mess. Here's the mayor, Dave Waskow.
First thing this morning, I got a call at 6:46, which I was up anyway, but the public works director, he's worked endlessly, Dave Lease and his crew, I can't say enough about him. Dave, first thing he said to me, well, I got 4 hours sleep last night, so I'm good today. And they've been working like that for 2-3 days.
Indeed, they have. In fact, here is a sidewalk near Walnut Street. Look at all the stuff out there from the flood. Mayor Waskow says at least 60% of Sommer homes have some water damage, and 4 which had walls actually collapse.
Well, as floodwaters recede, cleanup efforts get ramped up. Storm Track 7's Elizabeth Amanieh getting a first-hand look at the river levels in Independence.
That's right. The good news is water is starting to come down here, but people in Independence aren't getting comfortable quite yet because there is rain expected over the next couple of days. Water from the Wapsie River seeping into dry land. And if you couldn't park here before, you surely will stay away now. Authorities are still asking people here to take caution and stay out of floodwaters like the ones here in Veterans Park. Taping off the river with caution tape in some areas for added safety. The Wapsie Mill Museum, which sits along the river, seeing its fair share of flooding over the years. Today, no exception. You can see those waters spewing out of the basement windows closest to the dam. Just on the other side of the river sits Crawford Engineering. The water reaching only the end of their driveway, but engineer Dan Crawford says it might get a bit worse before it gets better.
The Crane Creek water from the area around Dunkerton, I think, is entering the Wapsipinicon here at Independence now. And we may see the river stage rise slightly over the next few hours.
And because significant flooding is something they've seen in the past, these river levels are something they'll continue to watch closely. In Independence, Elizabeth Amanieh, News 7 KWWL.
Elizabeth, thanks very much. And preparations are happening downstream from Independence, where floodwaters, of course, have yet to reach those areas in Crest. Water expected to reach its peak in Anamosa later this week. But people in the Jones County community say they're not that worried right now. Storm Track 7's Kristin Rogers live for us tonight. She is in Jones County in Anamosa with the very latest on preparations there. Kristin.
Ron, I'm standing along the Wapsie River, and it's easy to see the water is very high here, and it's moving fast. But I actually spent the day just downstream in Olin, where they have made some flood mitigation efforts over the years. Now, the city buying out more than 12 homes and turning the area into this green space. This is after I'm told more than half of the value in the houses that once stood here were damaged from past flooding. I spoke with Olin City Clerk Jean McPherson about why they believe buying the homes out was a good mitigation option.
There's much more area for the water to just expand out to and just sit for a few days without impacting any of the homes.
Neighbors that live near here tell me they are expecting some water this time around, but not like they have seen in years past. And I'm told the city of Monticello has also made some buyouts after past flooding. They have turned those areas into a Frisbee golf course and into a space for a farmer's market. Live in Anamosa, Kristin Rogers, News 7 KWWL.
Kristin, thank you very much. Here live at 6 o'clock. Be sure to head to our website right now, KWWL.com, for up-to-the-minute forecasts from Mark Schnackenberg, our chief meteorologist. We also have a lot of photographs and videos from many of you loyal viewers out there on this latest round of flash flooding.
New details tonight. We are learning more about the Iowa registered truck that was found in San Antonio with dozens of people being smuggled into the U.S., 10 of whom died. The suspected driver, James Bradley Jr., claims he did not know anyone was in the truck. The truck had been sold by Schaller, Iowa-based Pile Transportation to a buyer in Mexico. The Pile owner says he hired Bradley to drive the truck to Brownsville, Texas, to meet with the buyer and exchange the vehicle. But he says he doesn't know why Bradley Jr. stopped in Laredo. Investigators say there may have been 100 people packed into that truck at the time.
In this area tonight, one person is dead following a head-on collision which happened in Lynn County. It happened near Highway 151 and Wright Brothers Boulevard. Now, troopers now tell us that William Pewitz of Cedar Rapids apparently drifted into the oncoming traffic and collided with an SUV driven by Roberta Montague of Norway. Roberta Montague of Norway was killed in the crash, while Pewitz was airlifted to a hospital with unknown injuries at this hour.
100 years after being built, the inside of an eastern Iowa city hall is torched. Over the weekend, police say this man, 23-year-old Nicholas Wessels, broke into the Clarksville City Hall and started a fire inside. KWWL's Lauren Moss now joins us here in the studio with the story.
Abby, the city council table, phones, records, all gone. The inside has to be gutted. I spoke with the mayor today as he and others were going through the rubble, trying to save what they could. He says he has no idea why someone would ever do this.
We had a beautiful city council table that's warped and bent, and the chairs are all burned up. I mean, it caused extensive damage.
It's hard for Mayor Vale Swinton to look around at what used to be City Hall.
Built in 1917, so on its 100th year anniversary, it gets torched.
A beautiful desk, equipment.
We're going to have to gut the inside.
And some historical documents all gone.
Some that date back before the turn of the 20th century.
The mayor says it's a big hit for the town of Clarksville.
Police chief called and said, "You need to get over here, the city hall's on fire." I would have thought he was joking, except I could hear in his voice it was no joke. And to come over here and see the brown smoke just pouring out of the windows, it was pretty discouraging.
This man was arrested, accused of breaking in and setting the fire right in front of this desk here. The town is still wondering why.
We have no idea what the motive was. Neither the city clerk nor our police chief have had any run-ins with this gentleman, so we're not sure why what the motive would have been.
The good news, not everything was destroyed. They were able to salvage cemetery records, and other documents are digitally backed up. The mayor choosing a bit of humor to get through this.
We've had a couple people ask already, does this mean I don't have to pay my water bills? But no, the water bills are backed up. They will be getting it next time they're due.
Now, because it hits close to home for the police department, the Woodley County Sheriff's Office is taking over the investigation. The mayor told me they do have surveillance video, but the Sheriff's Office is not releasing it at this time. Lauren Moss, News 7 KWWL.
All right, Lauren, thank you very much. And Wessels is being held in the Butler County Jail on multiple felony charges.
And coming up here tonight, live at 6 on News 7 KWWL, one community still recovering days after a violent tornado.
Plus, day 2 of RAGBRAI underway as riders make their way across the state.
It's quiet right now, but more severe weather is on the way. We'll give you all the details as we track the storms for you on our news at 6. We'll be right back.
This is KWWL News at 6 with Ron Steele, Abby Turpin, Storm Track 7 Chief Meteorologist Mark Schnackenberg, and Sports with Rick Coleman. We've got you covered.
Closed captioning on KWWL, brought to you by Ford.
Command the road in a new 2017 Toyota Camry. Thanks to an NHTSA 5-star overall safety rating and legendary reliability, peace of mind comes standard. And at such a great value, there's no wonder why Camry's been America's best-selling sedan for 15 years in a row. Tested, trusted Toyota. Get $3,000 customer cash on a new 2017 Camry, or get 0% APR on a new Camry or 14 other Toyota models. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Lost Island, voted by USA Today one of the top 10 water parks in the U.S.
Don't miss the sizzling summer red tag clearance sale. July 27th through the 29th at Bowling RV in Ottumwa. 3 days only. Door prizes, $100 fuel card and factory reps on site. Over 200 RVs from only $12,995 or $137 a month. Hurry to Bowling RV in Ottumwa on Sycamore Road.
Country Estate Fence of Waterloo is the original polyvinyl fence that stands the test of time. Our product gives you the freedom from traditional maintenance and helps increase property value. You can purchase directly from us for your home projects. Visit our showroom with over 50 styles to choose from. We're able to fabricate your fence at our facility to make sure the workmanship is perfect the first time. We strive for 100% customer satisfaction. Call us for a free estimate. Country Estate Fence of Waterloo. Buy direct from us.
Your Storm Track 7 forecast on the KWWL News at 6, brought to you by 380 Companies Disaster Services. We're there for you when disaster strikes.
Now your Storm Track 7 forecast on KWWL.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Mark Schnackenberg. Temperatures nice and comfortable out there in the 70s with some sun shining. Should be a nice evening out. As we go ahead and take a look at Threat Tracker, mostly clear sky expected for tonight. Tomorrow, back to some sunshine and humidity level increasing. That's just what we want to hear, right? Well, maybe not. And it continues to increase as we head through the day on Wednesday. That's going to be a real muggy day. We're also tracking some storms. Could be impacting us as we get into the later part of the afternoon. Some of those storms could be on the severe side. As we take a look at the Wapsie River at Anamosa, right now it's at 10.7 feet, going to 20 feet, cresting as we get into the day on Wednesday, and then should be back down to flood stage or below flood stage as we get towards the day on Friday. Now, as for any additional rain, right now it is quiet out there in Decorah. As we look at our Storm Track 7 live weather network camera, pretty nice evening out, and you can see mostly clear sky, just a few clouds across parts of eastern Iowa, and our temperatures are comfortable as well, especially for late July. 73 Dubuque, 74 in Elkader, 77 in Iowa City, same thing in Washington. Waterloo reports in at 74. Comfort level for today has been slightly humid. It increases during the day tomorrow, so the humidity level nice and low tonight, even into the morning hours tomorrow. But throughout the day, it becomes more and more humid and will continue that trend upward as we get into the day on Wednesday. That's going to be real humid, real muggy conditions. And then some storms here Wednesday evening, and then through the day on Thursday. It stays muggy in the morning, but improves as we get into the afternoon hours. RagBri forecast for tomorrow looking pretty good. Mid-60s to start the day with some sunshine, and then we'll end it with some sunshine as we get into the mid-80s as you head towards Clear Lake. Here's future track by 11 o'clock to Wednesday morning. Dry conditions, but notice a few showers and a few thunderstorms. After about 2 or 3 o'clock, they'll swing on through. An isolated storm is a possibility. Here we are at 8 o'clock. Still a few showers and storms across our southern counties, but this all moves away from the area as we get closer towards midnight. As for our temperatures tonight, 50s to about 60 degrees, nice and comfortable. The wind is light under a mostly clear sky. Tomorrow, looking pretty good, 80 to 84 degrees. It will be noticeably more humid, though, as we get into the afternoon and evening hours. Here's your city-by-city forecast. Showers and thunderstorms likely in the afternoon on Wednesday. A little cooler on Thursday and a little less humid, and it stays that way as we get towards Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. High temperatures not bad for the end of July, early August, with highs close to 80.
Okay, Mark, thank you very much. Well, some of our communities in the area bracing for even more flooding possibility. Hopefully not, but they're ready anyway. Others are still recovering from the severe storms of last week.
That's right. An EF1 tornado tore through the town of McGregor last Wednesday evening. Many downtown buildings suffered extensive damage, including older historic buildings. Officials say it will be some time before things are back to normal. And KWWL Shirley Descorbeth is live there now with the very latest. Shirley.
Well, it's heartbreaking to see the devastation here in McGregor, but I'm told every day they're making significant progress. Days after an EF1 tornado ripped through the small town of McGregor in Clayton County, many are hard at work cleaning up the devastation. This includes demolishing this building built in 1865.
Unfortunately, historic buildings of that nature can't be replaced. You can't rebuild an 1860s building.
The tornado's 110-mile-per-hour winds reduced the building to rubble, where a tattoo shop was located. The building's owner says it just couldn't be saved.
It had to be demolished because it was so close to the library that there were huge standing walls that weren't supported well that potentially could have tipped onto the library.
And right now, it's not known how many other historic buildings in town will also have to be torn down, like this one, the John Goddard building, which was built in the 1800s. As for cleanup, the town's mayor says recovery will be ongoing.
Trees, brush, daily. I look for it to be constant for minimum 2 weeks yet. Every day it seems different. You clean up an area, you go to another area, you come back. That area, there's stuff to haul away again.
And many of the shops here on Main Street have reopened. Mayor Harold Brooks tells me they're ready for business. In McGregor, Shirley Descorbeth, News 7 KWWL.
All right, Shirley, thank you very much for that live report. Now, as for the tattoo shop Inspiration that was located in the building that was now demolished, we are told the owner has found another location to operate her business.
Of course, the ride rolls on this Monday. RagBri 45 has cyclists cruising from Spencer over to Algona, where they'll spend the night. It's day 2, 71.7 miles, and a climb of 1,600 feet. Overall, riders will spend the night in Algona, as I mentioned. They'll be heading out to Clear Lake for tomorrow's stop. I'll be in Waukon on the overnight stop later this week. Looking forward to seeing you in Waukon.
Well, coming up, the 2A state baseball tournament opens today in Des Moines. Iowa City Regina meets Trainer in a first-round game.
Also, another 2A quarterfinal today at state. The Denver Cyclones going for yet another upset. They take on top-seeded Dyersville Beckman.
Now at the Honda Summerbration sales event, you can get a great deal on a Honda Civic and keep things festive all summer long. Your unforgettable summer begins today with a trip to the Honda Summerbration sales event. Hurry in and get a great deal on a Honda Civic from KBB.com's best value brand at your local Honda dealer.
Children have vivid imaginations, but even they can't imagine how fast their future will be here.
Yeah, there he is. Wow.
Hi, I'm State Treasurer Michael Fitzgerald, and the time to start planning is today. Log on to collegesavingsiowa.com to learn more about Iowa's 529 plan. They grow up fast. Plan now for their tomorrow.
Because farm is in our name, you know we're animal experts, especially when it comes to your pets. Right now, you'll get an instant $10 Farm and Fleet gift card when you purchase large bags of Science Diet dog and cat food, and get $5 off select bags of Diamond Naturals dog food. Our history here made us animal experts, so you'll get genuine value here from Blaine's Farm and Fleet. And check out our new drive-thru service. It's fast, easy, and convenient.
For your appliance needs, Cy and Charlie's in Independence is the place to purchase when it comes to top quality Whirlpool appliances. We sell the full line of Whirlpool brand appliances, including Maytag and KitchenAid, at competitive prices. Our friendly sales staff will help you find the correct appliance to best fit your needs. We also offer professional delivery, installation, and local factory-trained service. So if your refrigerator has stopped running or you need an upgrade in appliances, look to Cy and Charlie's, your appliance headquarters in Independence.
You called the law offices of Hupy and Abraham.
Call 800-800-5678. Hupy and Abraham. Right now.
Now, KWWL Sports.
Good evening, I'm Rick Coleman. 2A baseball teams taking the field in the first round of the state baseball tournament in Des Moines. Mark Woodley visits Principal Park, and he tells us which area teams are moving on.
Rick, for the second straight year, the Denver Cyclones beat the odds. They had to get by #1 New Hampton just to reach the state tournament. But as the #8 seed down here in Des Moines, they'd have to play Giant Killers once again. On the other side, a motivated Dyersville Beckman team playing for head coach Tom Jenk Jr., who has missed the season while battling a brain tumor. The Blazers took an early edge as Zach Miller gave up a pair of bases-loaded walks in the first inning. Beckman went up 2-zip. Denver gets one back in the second. Kane Eagle bunts and reaches on the error. The throw to third gets away, allowing Timmy Arians to score to cut the deficit down to 1, but Beckman put it away in the third. Mark Brown drives a base hit into right field. That drove in 2 more runs. Blazers win 7-1 after getting an emotional boost from Coach Jenk this past weekend.
He told us yesterday at practice, he came to practice for the first time all year. He said, I got 4 rings, boys. I need a 5th one to fill out my hand. He told us that. So that would be pretty good for him.
He was excited, man. He was firing right out of that van. He got right in the dugout. He was ready to go. You know, and he's telling kids right away, this is what you got to do, all the things, you know. But that's TJ.
They'd get the winner of Iowa City, Regina, and Trainer, and the Regals' bats were alive right from the get-go. Nick Brandt bounces a run-scoring base hit through a drawn-in infield. Regina led 2-0 after 2 innings, and they tacked on another in the third. Mitchell Gahan with a knock into right field. Blake Burns scores. Regina in control, and they put it away as Gahan drove in 2 more runs in the 5th. The Regals got a shutout out of Ryan Schooley as they move on to the semis against Beckman with a 5-0 win.
I threw against some really good lineups this year, and it really prepared me for those guys. They were good hitters. We got the job done.
The wins by the Regals and the Cyclones guarantee that at least one Eastern Iowa team will be playing for a championship on Saturday. In Des Moines, Mark Woodley, News 7 KWWL.
Welcome to midnight, brother.
You meet your neighbors yet?
I hate this town. Midnight Texas premieres tonight on NBC.
5 meteorologists. 1 goal.
Areas of fog, maybe a few more scattered showers.
Tracking storms.
This has a history of producing very large hail.
To keep you safe.
This part of the storm right here that we're most concerned about.
Chief Meteorologist Mark Schnackenberg. The Storm Track 7 team. We've got you covered. Because we track storms.
It's week number 2 of Slumberland's 50th anniversary sale, and it's a very big deal. Lots of very big deals. This week only deals, not to mention everything's on sale. Plus, pay no interest for 50 50 months. The 50th anniversary sale. Slumberland. It's a good life.
We have a good thing growing at the Clayton County Fair. Thursday, August 3rd, Sammy Kershaw at 7:30 p.m. Friday, August 4th, country singer Mickey Gilley, 8 p.m. Demo, Derby, Bull Bash, and Mutton Bustin' on Saturday, August 5th. Sunday, August 6th, tractor, track pull, and celebrity donkey races. Free carnival rides for all. The Clayton County Fair. Clayton County Fair, August 2nd through 7th.
Plan your next adventure in Northeast Iowa. Visit ClaytonCountyIowa.com.
Smile, we love to see you smile, but every once in a while, your smile may need attention. With Campbell and Beecher, your smile is your best feature, and we'll give your whole family the dental care they need. Cedar Valley Smile, smile with Campbell and Beecher.
4 seconds on the clock. Down by 1. Championship on the line. Aaron, the sharpshooter Shanahan, fakes left. She's outside of the key. She shoots. She scores.
Yes, Aaron, it is a great time to score a deal. We need to make room for the 2018 models.
Relive the thrill of beating the clock. The Volkswagen Model Year-End Event. During the Volkswagen Model Year-End Event, you can lease a 2017 Jetta S for just $129 a month.
Slumberland's 50th anniversary sale is a very big deal. All Sealy now on sale. Week number 2, this Sealy Gel Memory Foam Queen mattress just $388. Yeah, it's a big deal. Pay no interest for 50 months. Slumberland. It's a good life.
Well, tonight here at 10 o'clock, we'll have more on the latest round of flash flooding right here in the area. That story and much more coming up for you right here at 10 o'clock.
Well, it is a highlight of the Iowa State Fair, the Butter Cow. And we now know what statue will be sculpted next to the savory sculpture, famed author Laura Ingalls Wilder.
In fact, 2017 marks the 150th birthday of Laura Ingalls. Now, remember last year, the Butter Cow was set up to the Star Trek tribute for Captain James T. Kirk. In the distant future, he'll hail from Riverside, Iowa, down there in Washington County. And now Laura Ingalls has Iowa ties as well. As many of you know, for a time she lived in Northeast Iowa in the small town of Burr Oak. So it's Laura Ingalls Wilder's this year's famed Butter Cow.
And of course, the fair happening in just a few weeks. Very exciting. All right, final thoughts on the forecast, Mark.
Nice night ahead and a nice day tomorrow. The humidity level does increase during the day. It will stay dry. Thunderstorms are expected as we get into the afternoon and evening hours on Wednesday. That's going to be a real muggy day. Some of those storms could be severe with damaging wind and heavy rain, and then the humidity level drops off on Thursday with some sunshine, and it'll stay nice all the way into the beginning of next week, which, you know, getting closer to August here, and the forecast doesn't look too hot. That's good news.
In fact, Abby, you've probably never been to this Iowa State Fair, have you?
I have not.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I've heard it is the best state fair in the entire country.
Of course it is.
All the food's on the stick.
Of course it is, yeah. And by the way,
experiencing it.
You will. It is the best, yeah. In fact, it's an 11-day run. It starts on August 10th through the 20th, so you'll have to check that out.
I certainly will. All right, thank you very much for joining us.
Be back here at 10. Be careful out there.
Get fired up for excellent savings during Menards Red Hot Sale. Brighten your home with Patriot Lighting. This 1700 lumen Gilda LED ceiling light comes in 2 finishes.